Hi, I'm Charlie King from Cross Country magazine, and this is the Gin Calypso. It's a lightweight, low ENB, so it's the equivalent of the Atlas, but it's not just a lightened version of it. They created this wing as its own design to be good for travel and hike and fly and thermaling, to be like an all-rounder. In my size it weighs 3.4 kilos, so it's pretty light for hike and fly, and it's made from 27-gram cloth on the top and the bottom. But it has sheathed lines, so it's really practical, or more practical, on rocky launches and that kind of thing. When you look up at the white wing, you can clearly see the bands that form the internal structure. There's two of them, and they've got holes in them, I guess, to optimise the weight, but to stabilise the structure. Engine said they spent a lot of time working on this internal structure to make it do its job, but with reduced weight. It's easy to pack it down small for hike and fly, so I concertina packed it every time, and actually the manual recommends that you do that. And it's got the soft pink rods in the leading edge and some trailing edge rods as well. They're the kind of the bendy ones, but it's just as easy to concertina pack it, and it packed into my hike and fly bag easily, along with helmet and everything else. The standard risers are these 12mm risers, so they've got split A's and they're coloured red, and B's and C's, and then these Harken pulleys with covers on them. And then the brakes run through these ceramic rings, which are lighter, and they have magnetic keepers on the brake handles with lips on them, so they stay on quite well. They're actually quite strong magnets, so they work really well. Or you can have lightweight Dyneema risers instead and save 200 grams on the whole thing. So if you do mostly hike and fly, maybe you might consider that. But actually I found these really practical on the launch, kind of easy to handle. And even with these, these can twist over each other and get the wrong way around, so it's useful to have the colouring, and I just found them easy to use. I flew the smallest size, which is the XXS. It's 21 square metres and it's certified for 55 to 75 kilos. I flew it at around 70 kilos, so that's about 3/4 of the way up the weight range, and I'd say that felt absolutely perfect. It's available in 5 sizes in total. The largest one's XXL, and it goes up to 120 kilos with the 5 kilos additional weight range. So the 3 largest sizes have an additional 5 kilos certified weight range. So it's a lightweight, low ENB, which means it's easy and safe to fly, but it's also capable of cross-country, so it's suitable for a wide range of pilots, really. And because you can go cross-country on it, or you can carry it up a mountain, so it's suitable for a wide range of things as well. Because of its lightweight sail, it's very easy to handle on launch and very forgiving of not very good launch technique, which I maybe don't have. I forward launched it, reverse launched it in all sorts of different conditions, and yeah, it's easy. I don't think you could get easier probably. I found it very comfortable to fly in the air, and I felt at home on it straight away, so it behaves as you expect it to. It's nice and reactive, and it turns really nicely. I really enjoyed thermaling it actually. And it's good for scratching. It moves around a bit more perhaps than some low Bs that I've flown, but it gives good feedback, and I always found that I understood what it was trying to tell me about the air, so I felt very safe on it for that reason. It's very pitch stable, like a lot of low Bs, I guess. I found it easy and pleasant to thermal, and found it climbed easily and nicely, and it was easy to centre in the thermal, and to understand where you were, I guess, the feedback. You could understand where the thermal was. I found it very intuitive, I guess, in that way. On glide it feels good. I haven't got any measurements or anything, but the speed felt good compared to some other wings that I've flown, and you can use the speed bar happily. It doesn't feel at all unsafe on the speed bar, so I did glides with more than half bar quite a lot of the time, felt completely comfortable. So for cross country that's really useful. Yeah, I think it feels like a very capable cross country glider. I think the wing definitely isn't the limiting factor in my case. It's capable of, like a lot of low bases, capable of good cross countries. Big ears, there's only 2 A-lines on each side, so when you pull in big ears, when you first look up, it feels like it's going to be a bit of a commitment, but actually it's fine. They do rustle a little bit, but they're stable. You have to hold them in. Once you let up, they come out. And it works actually, because I had to get down from some clouds using big ears, and yeah, they're effective. I did some, I wouldn't call them spiral dives, but maybe steep 360 descents, and yeah, it feels comfortable, great. It's kind of, it goes in quite easily. And I felt in the spiral dive, in a steep 360, it went in nice and easily and was controllable. It didn't push it beyond the point where it wouldn't be, but no, it felt like it is. There's nothing special about landing. It lands brilliantly every time. It's easy to flare, and the brakes are quite light, I guess, at the beginning of the range, but there's a long way before you're going to stall it. There's nothing at all unusual or nothing to say about the landing, really. Landed perfectly every time, I think. So it's a light wing. It's 3.4 kilos in my size, or if you had the light risers, it would be 3.2, which is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, hike and fly territory. And the pink rods in the leading edge are soft. So although I concertina packed it actually in an XC packing bag, which is lightweight as well, it's easy to compact into a small rucksack. I used it for hike and fly on several occasions, and it went into my lightweight bag easily. Actually, it's great. The fact that it's so light to carry, it's good for everything. It's a great all-round wing, actually, that you can use if you like hike and fly and thermaling and everything else. It's just perfect. I think the great thing about this wing is that it's genuinely versatile. So it's genuinely light enough for hike and fly, practical enough to use on rough takeoffs and stuff, but cross-country capable as well. So I think there's a lot of people like me who enjoy hike and fly and cross-country, like flying a safe E&B wing. I'd like to feel safe on a wing. That's one of my most important things. And I think for people like me, this wing's ideal. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.